Oh, right on us.
Oh, yeah.
Got him. Got him.
Nice. You were so good.
What's up, YouTube? Today, I'm going to point out some tips and tricks that'll help you get your first Battlefield Redsec win. First thing to do while you're still in the helicopter is figure out where you want to land. A lot of times we like to drop golf course because it seems to have a lot of action, and also, once all the dust is settled, you can drive a golf cart. Generally, you want to land together. However, me and Log had a miscommunication. I ended up on the roof, he ended up just below. Luckily, the enemy team had a similar problem, so it broke down to a 1v1 on the roof. Here, you can see me going in for the execute to get a ping on this guy's squad mate. In hindsight, this probably wasn't the best call because obviously there's still enemies around. Even though I'm down, I can still be helpful. I see this guy pushing me, I can communicate that to Giraffeman, and rather than sitting here and letting the enemy execute me and get the ping on him, I'm gonna give up. After I die, Log has to just book it out of there, so we'll fast forward to when I come back.
A few moments later.
When you land back, one of the most important things you can do is figure out if people have been there. When I land here, I can see that the crate is open, so obviously they've been here before. Now we have to figure out how close they are. In the house next to me. Yep.
They're out in the street, actually. At least one was.
When possible, try to put pings on the enemy. Log's call out in the street is helpful, but I don't know where in the street. It's also important to keep an eye on your mini-map. I see a guy in the next house, so I've reached through and try to get visual. I get a squad wipe on this guy, however, before we noted two different people, so we know there's got to be another team here. As I jump out of this house, Log gives a call out.
Is that your drone?
It is not my drone, so that tells us somebody's nearby.
Well, he's watching us then.
We spot the team down the road and we get a couple of pings. However, I realize I don't have the guns for this fight. Both of the ones I currently have are pretty short range. I should have realized this sooner, but I'm still able to rotate out of there just fine.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Since I don't have any good long-range options, I place myself where I could be useful. Sitting in this stairwell, I'm able to prevent anybody from sneaking up on Log while he snipes. After the fight becomes a stalemate, we realize we have to get out of there. We can either charge forward straight at them, which is probably not a good idea. We could go right, which is where we came from and we know that's already been looted, or we can go left and follow the fire line. As you follow the fire line in, you want to be sure to watch it closely. There's been many times where we've been surprised by a team that's following right along the edge and we didn't realize they were there, and then all of a sudden we're dead and back in the lobby. Here we notice some fighting over in this direction. Although we can't see them yet, we have to figure out whether we want to engage or just watch for now. Giraffeman recommends continuing to push in. However, if we think back to how we rotated out, knowing this team is stuck in that house versus the team on the other side of it, more than likely they're going to try to rotate towards us and we can sandwich them. So I suggest staying here and trying to keep eyes on them. Just as I expected, they pushed towards us, however, they drop down in the ravine and I lose eyes on them.
Right under me.
Got one down.
There's still one more.
Hold on.
Oh, he's right on me. How did he get behind me?
I think there's 2 teams. I swear I just heard somebody breathe right next to me.
Hey, burn line incoming. Clear out while you can.
Here you can see we've continued to follow the fire line in, and Logan spots a couple of guys ahead. I push forward not knowing exactly where they are, but eventually we get sight of them. Watching back how I handled this firefight, there's a couple of things we could improve. One, I'm definitely not burst firing, and I should be. I got lucky here and my bullets managed to hit, but most of the time when I'm trying that does not work out. The other thing I notice is that I'm moving quite a bit while I'm firing. This drastically decreases your accuracy. A lot of times it's better to just sit still. In other games, strafing gives you a huge advantage without cutting down on your accuracy. However, in this game, strafing deletes your accuracy. After this fight, I managed to pick up a custom LMG, which gives me a much better range than I had before, and we continued to wrap in along the firewall. We eventually get to these 2 small buildings and we're able to settle for a second. I turn around to check our back to make sure nobody's following us in, and surprise, surprise, there they were. Luckily, it was just one, and he didn't realize I was there, so I just instant deleted him. At this point, we realize there's only 2 other teams, and we can see through this open area, so we should have control of this half of the map. Logan pops a UAV so that we can see where the other 2 teams are, and he also notes that one of them is driving a tank. This is where your class abilities can really come in handy. Since I'm an engineer and I've unlocked some of my class abilities, if I am able to strike him with my class provided rocket launcher, it will stun the tank in its place for 5 seconds, giving me enough time to call in an airstrike. I get a couple of hits, but I never get a confirm on the tank, so just to be safe, I hit it with a second rocket, and that does the trick. In retaliation, they throw an airstrike on us. Luckily, we've cleared this half of the map, so we have a good bit of maneuverability, so I'm able to fall back behind these sides. Log pushes out even further to a crate out in the street, which provides decent cover, but he also gave up the high ground. Luckily, once this airstrike is over, I'm able to reclaim it, and we have even bigger control of the map. I take the top of the hill to try to get visual on the enemies. However, I get fooled by a stump, and I lose a couple of plates. I'm able to catch this guy unaware and just absolutely delete him. That leaves us in a 1v1. However, this is also when Alex jumps in the call and starts spamming the soundboard.
You gotta go. How does that miss?
Oh, baby, a triple!
Hey, we're
Oh,
final 2. Broke one. Got another one broke, or oh, he's right on me. Dang it! Stop
Did you not
plating.
hear him?
Stop plating. How do you stop plating in this game?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Switch weapons, you'll stop bleeding.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Austin's gonna clutch. Austin's gonna clutch. Austin clutched.
Jesus. Oh, no distractions or anything.
Is he turtly enough for the turtle?
hopefully you learned a little something with this video. If you have any recommendations or questions on what you'd like to see in the future, leave them down in the comments. Until next time, keep improving, slow and steady.